Redstone Arsenal is currently assessing its security protocols and attack response readiness after the attack on U.S. Army installation Fort Stewart, which ended with 5 Army personnel shot by a fellow soldier. Fort Stewart was locked down for several hours yesterday afternoon after a gunman opened fire. According to officials, those 5 soldiers are all expected to survive. Fox 54's Caleb Aguayo shows us how that shooting in Georgia affects people here on Redstone Arsenal.
Redstone Arsenal is working to keep its gates and facilities safe after the attack at Fort Stewart just yesterday. Garrison staff saying their protocols deter most threats before they even become a problem. But even that doesn't guarantee 100% security. The shooter at Fort Stewart is believed to be an active military member, meaning they got through several checkpoints with a personal weapon.
No matter how much security we put in place, there's always that slight chance that something will get through.
Here on Redstone Arsenal, a security staffing cut of 15% closed Gate 8 during the weekdays. But officials say highly trained gate officers, cooperation with local law enforcement, internal checkpoints, and workplace policies are all part of the defense plan to keep the base safe. Brian Reinwald with Garrison Command says if you see something, say something.
When something just doesn't seem right, if they're not acting themselves or they're saying things that maybe make the hair on the back of your neck stand up or something, speak up. Call the authorities, call your security office, your police.
Nancy Becker with the veteran-focused Invisible Warriors says there's always a concern for safety, but she adds that people can internalize those anxieties, turning their concerns into potentially crippling fears.
You look at high schools, you look at elementary schools, you look at things like this happening all over, and in today's day and age, who knows? So there's always a concern that somebody's gonna go off and do something like that.
Others here in Huntsville say to prevent a tragedy like at Fort Stewart, people must seek out the mental health services they need. That includes active military, veterans, civilians, and military families.
Everybody, no matter what your walk of life is or your life experience up to this point, everybody deals with some sort of a mental health crisis in one form or another, whether it's combat related or family related, just loss of a family member through natural causes, or if it's by suicide. Try to figure out what resources are available or what it is that the individual may need to overcome whatever struggle they're having.
Despite the recent attack at Fort Stewart, those here in Huntsville are saying they're ready for the worst. In Huntsville, I'm Caleb Aguayo, Fox 54 News.
The Veterans Affairs Office in Birmingham saying there are resources all across the state if you or a loved one struggle with thoughts of self-harm or violence. The Army also has mental health professionals on standby for active duty and reserve military members. Information about how to access these resources is on fox54.com.